computer. Okay, so hi everyone. Welcome to Team Sweat Your Heart Out's team call. I'm super excited to see you guys here. Tonight we have a really awesome guest speaker who's going to talk about something super important. I hope you brought your deodorant, Kels. She is going to be talking to you guys about Success Club and why it's so important and why it should be something that you are hitting every single month. But before I pass it over to Kelsey, I did want to do some recognition. So let me share my screen. And if you are not muted, if you could mute yourself, please.
That's probably my kid making some noise. So sorry.
Or I can mute you if you don't know how to do that. Hold on. 1 second. Nope. Everyone looks quiet now. I think you figured it out. Okay. Looks like you figured it out. Let me share my screen. Why isn't it sharing? Oh, there's Kelsey. Okay, so I wanted to start with some recognition. So our two coaches of life changers of the week are Emmy Schneider-Green and Diana Francis. Both of them have helped 4 people so far this month. And stop barking. So I'm going to go down the Success Club totals, and then we're going to go into some other recognition. So we have myself with Success Club 20, Emmy and Diana with 8, Nicole Rodriguez, Chelsea Treachler, Molly Bloom all with 6. So all of you guys, make sure you get those extra points for hitting Success Club by the 15th for our Success Club mall. Don't forget to log those in. Allie O'Sullivan with 4, Alicia Condell, Amanda Wyckoff, Christina Martin, Cody Clark, Lauren Avon, Christy Kako, Shannon Olson, Danielle Lang, and Carolyn Massatano all with 2. So those of you who don't see your name up here, don't worry. We have another half of the month to get your names up here, and I'm sure after this call, you're going to know exactly what to do to get your name up on this board. I also wanted to recognize our top recruiters. We have Diana Francis with 4 coaches, Molly Bloom with 3, Emmy Schneider-Green with 3. I don't know why your name's on here twice. Probably because you had 2 last week and I forgot to change it. Sorry. Shannon and Allie O'Sullivan with 2, Christina Martin, Alicia Condell, Haley Stiles, Cody Clark, and Chelsea Treachler and Nikki Rhodes all with 1. And then I did want to welcome our new friends, so I apologize in advance if I butcher your names. We have Elise Marshall, Katie Pataki, Kayla, Zavala, Sarah Simmons, Athleta Campbell, Brittany Long, Jennifer Lorino, Pame House, Zadie Martin, Danielle Haas, Wendy Sizer, Beth Sneed, Janaya Francis, Rhonda Sneed, Jessica Reams, Megan Bloom, Andrew Weber, Celeste Wilson, Kimberly Smith, Mike Taz, and Rebecca Radzik. So welcome all of our new friends. Super excited to have you guys on the team. And also I wanted to point out that we've helped change 38 lives so far this month. So let's try to get that up to 100 by the end of the month. I know that we can do that. We're making progress, and I know after this call that we're going to help some more people. And I also wanted to recognize our new Emerald coaches. So all of these coaches up here have hit Emerald rank or above. And what this means is now they are eligible for Team Cycle bonus. They are eligible for customer leads when they hit Success Club, which all of these coaches are doing. So this is super important if you're a brand new coach. Emerald is just 2 coaches. You could totally get there, and it opens up the realm of possibilities for your business. So definitely add that to your goal list if it's not already there. So our new Emerald coaches, we have Molly Bloom, Shannon Olson, Amanda Bogiano, Tara Reuter, Lauren Schnard, all as a Diamond or Emerald coach. We have, well, you're going to be Diamond soon, but you're an Emerald coach now. We have Chelsea Treachler as a double Emerald, and our newest triple Emerald, Diana Francis, who just started last month, which is freaking amazing. So congratulations to you. And now that I've done some recognition, I'm going to talk to, oh, what happened? Sorry, guys. I wanted to introduce our guest speaker. So those of you who do not know Kelsey Smith, She is a 5-star Diamond Elite coach. She went from Diamond to 5-star last year, which is amazing. So she's 2017 Elite coach because they changed the numbers around and it's super confusing, even though it was last year. She's also 2-star in her 2nd business center and Diamond in her 3rd business center. And her team finished number 107 last year in the company. So I am going to pass it over to Kelsey, and I know that she's going to deliver an amazing call for you guys. So I hope you have your notebooks and your pens and you're ready to take some notes. All right. Are you ready, girl?
I'm ready. Hi, guys. It's so nice to meet all of you. I was talking to my husband a little earlier, and I was like, I think it's super cool that I get to talk on a team that's like not within our direct organization. And it really excites me to like be a part of your guys' team calls, and Carolyn's talking on ours later on, so I'm really excited about that too. But yeah, nice to meet all of you. I just want to preface this by letting you know that I do curse and that I get passion sweats very easily. I'm very in love with this business, and when I get carried away, I like to talk. I'm also a former television reporter, so when I start talking, it's hard to get me to stop talking. So I do look at the chat box regularly, so if you guys have questions as I go, I do recommend that you guys ask them, and I will answer them on the spot. But yeah, Carolyn asked me to talk about Success Club tonight. And before I jump into that topic, because you guys are probably thinking to yourself, like, great, another talk on Success Club. But I promise you this is going to be the best talk on Success Club you've ever heard in your life. And normally when I do guest speaking calls, I usually say this at the beginning, is I always tell you guys to soak it in, take in the information, and then please promise me that you're not going to go out after this call and change everything you're doing if what you're doing is working right now. Because the biggest thing that happens on calls like this, and how many of you guys have done this, where you listen to a guest speaker talk, you get off the call and you're like, shit, I'm a terrible coach. I'm doing this all wrong. You're not doing it wrong. Everybody does things very differently. And as you guys now know, I'm not even part of your actual organization or anything like that. So I probably do things a little bit differently than you guys. But that doesn't mean that I do things better or anything wrong. So I want you guys to just kind of keep that in mind as I talk. To give you a little bit of background on who I am, those fancy accolades, they're all great. But who I am is I'm a former news reporter. I'm a news reporter that started off extremely depressed, and Beachbody has saved me. I was borderline alcoholic at 21 years old. I was a chronic stress eater. I was living in the middle of West Virginia by myself. Anybody from West Virginia on this call? Yeah? I was living in Fairmont, West Virginia by myself. I'm from Pittsburgh. I'm a city girl, so moving me to the rural area was a complete shock for me. And I lived in this really bad part of town because I couldn't afford anything. My first job was making $21,000 a year. To break that down for you guys, that is a little more than people make on minimum wage. So it was nothing. I had student loans coming out. I had excessive bills. I was living on my own. I remember having to beg my landlord to put a deadbolt on our door. I remember having to drive to the gym countless amount of times to take a shower because my water heater didn't work. It was bad. I was in a point in my life where I was so depressed and so unhappy with where I was. And I don't know if any of you guys have faced depression before or have been through depression before, but when you get in that, like everything in your life is consumed by depression. And it's really hard to get yourself out. I went to WVU too. That's awesome. That's really fun. So yeah, I was at this place in my life where I knew I needed change, but I didn't know how to make it happen. And I'll never forget the post that I came across on Facebook. Meanwhile, like I said, I am miserable. I'm unhappy. I am borderline alcoholic. I'm drinking myself to sleep majority of the nights. Even though I have zero money, I still can find money for alcohol somewhere. And that's pretty incredible, right? I'll never forget the post I came across of. It was my coach. She was standing there in her wedding dress, and she was talking about how a fitness program and a shake changed her life. And you guys might think that the happy ending there is me going, oh, I want to join you. And I joined her team, and life was all roses and daisies. Hell no. I looked at that thing and I was like, bye. There's no way that works. Like, I don't want anything to do with it. But I was, like I said, I wanted to know more about it. So being the person I am, I don't ask. I go look at things on myself first. So I went on to Beachbody's website, found the 21-day fix, I actually messaged my coach, my now coach, and said, hey, what is this thing? And she said, she was a brand new coach at the time, so she sent me back a paragraph this long that told me exactly what the 21-day fix was, what Shakeology was, and how much it was, and all in one sentence. Don't ever do that. And I was like, no thanks, bye. I actually went on the website by myself, and I bought the 21-day fix without Shakeology because I wasn't going to pay $130 for a protein shake. Anybody else out there start that way? Not going to pay the $130 for a protein shake? Okay. So don't ever, ever, ever discount those people that come to you and ask you to still be in their groups, even though they went behind your back and pissed you off, because I know that I probably pissed her off. I know that I was probably like that one annoying customer. Now that I deal with it, I get them all the time because the person that you were is the person that you'll bring in. And it's so annoying because I get all of them now. But don't ever discount them. I went and that was the first time I had control over my life, doing the 21-day fix. I lost 8 pounds. I stopped drinking as much. I felt good about myself for the first time. And I just realized like, hey, I started sharing. I just started sharing on my own. I wasn't a coach when I first started. I didn't have any intention of ever becoming a coach. But she's like, hey, you're already doing it. You're already doing this, Kelsey, so why don't you just take on the opportunity? And I was still saying no until she told me that 3 people a month could help me get my Shakeology paid for. And I was broke. I had no other option. And for the first time, I actually felt good about myself. And I didn't want to give that up. So yeah, I came into this business because I wanted to get my Shakeology paid for. That was my why. I didn't have any other why except the fact that I knew that I needed to make $114, whatever it comes out to, dollars a month, so that way I could cover that. And that's where Success Club came into my life, because that was how I was going to accomplish my first why. And little did I know it, Success Club was going to be the way that I accomplished my second, my third, my fourth, and the big one that Carolyn talked about at the beginning, the big one, which was Elite last year. That's right. Success Club is your foundation. It will always be the foundation, no matter what you're shooting for in your business. Like I said, those accolades, they're all fancy, right? And for a lot of you, you might think to yourself like, hey, I can't do that. I can't Elite, that's not me. Or Premier, that's not me. Or even being a Success Club All-Star or Legend, that's not me. Every single person on this call, no matter how long you've been in the business, is capable of all those things. But we have to get something straight really quick. If you are not in Success Club every single month, you are not moving your business forward. It's that simple. And I know that's really blunt. I know, and I can't say it any more firm than that. But if you are not hitting Success Club, guys, you are not doing your damn job. Let's take the word success and club out of here for a second. How many of you guys came into this business because you felt really effing good after you did your first program? These programs played some sort of impact in your life, right? How many of you decided, I feel so good that I want to give this to other people? That's what Success Club is. Success Club is not 2 points. It is not me looking through these boxes and saying, you were 2 points, you were 2 points, you were 2 points, you were 2 points. Because the moment we do that, it is very hard to hit it. The point, the Success Club, is you looking at each person as an individual person. And before I jump into my slides that I'm really proud of, I want to do an exercise with you guys really quick. You have a duty in this business to help people, okay? So everybody close your eyes for a second. Everybody close them. I can see all your faces. Remember that first time that blue box showed up on your doorstep. You just got your challenge pack. You were probably terrified. You were so nervous. You had no idea what this thing was going to be about. You pick up the box. You walk inside. Before you even open it, you took a picture probably. You sent it to your coach and said, look what arrived. You open up the box, you pull out this bag of Shakeology that everybody's been talking about. You see those containers and you're like, oh my God, how am I supposed to eat out of these things? They're so small. You start going through, you're excited, you're anxious, you're nervous, but you're so ready to get started. You get in that challenge group and in the first week you see change. You've either lost inches, you feel more energized, you feel incredible, you're down 5 pounds, you let your coach know you're excited, right? The next week goes by. You're losing more weight. You're losing more inches. You're gaining energy. You feel so good. The third week goes by, and you are finally taking that after picture. Open your eyes. How many of you guys, for you guys, that was like a moment when that happened? That first transformation, right? By you not hitting Success Club, you are not giving that feeling to other people. That was the best feeling in my life, when I could post a side-by-side of myself and look at myself in the mirror and say, wow, I look good. I feel good. And I sent it to my coach. And for me, I was 2 points. Every single person on this call, we were all 2 points. You realize that? You were 2 points to your coach. But did your coach ever make you feel like you were 2 points? I'm going to guarantee that if you're still here, she did not do that. Because we all have people that quit, right? Those are the people that we make them feel like they're 2 points and not a person. So I'm going to share my screen with you guys really quick. I'm going to go through these slides with you. Okay. So, Rockin and Lockin in Success Club. I was pretty proud of this title. All right. So, why should you care? Basically, the reason you should care is because of what I just told you. You're changing somebody's life. You need to be able to be comfortable with hitting Success Club. I'm going to scroll through really quick. How many of you, the thought of hitting Success Club makes you nervous? Or you're like, crap, I feel like there's a lot of pressure on me. And be honest about it. I feel like there's a lot of pressure. Okay, I'm looking through it. I was the same way at first too. It's scary. It's scary to think, oh my God, like there's this club and you have to help people to be in it. And if you don't, my coach is mad at me. First off, your coach is not going to be mad at you if you don't hit. But here's the thing. The reason you want to hit Success Club and the reason you want to get comfortable with hitting Success Club is because of what I said at the beginning of this call. If you're not hitting it, you're not moving forward. This is a fun fact. Coaches who are hitting Success Club earn 23 times more money than coaches that are not. And that is straight up the truth. If you're not, think about it. If you're hitting Success Club and you're making, and that just saying you're selling $40 challenge packs, you sold 3 Beachbody Club challenge packs. That's a guaranteed $120 in your pocket every single month. Every single month. That's just by you help getting commissions. Like that does not include your team cycle bonus. That doesn't include anything like that. I'm not getting into any of that stuff tonight, but you will make more money by hitting Success Club. This should be a non-negotiable from day one. And I want that to be something that's in your head, whether you are a coach that has started yesterday or you've been here for a year. This is a non-negotiable. And guys, if you wanted the secret sauce to success in this business, screenshot this. Because this is it. You are going to help 3 to 5 people a month. You are going to introduce the business to those people once you get the results. You are going to help your coaches help 3 to 5 people a month. Then you're going to do it all over again. That is the secret to success in this business. And I don't want to like say that that's like, obviously, there's going to be the whole power, doing your own power hours and all that other stuff. But this is it. If you can consistently help 3 to 5 people a month, get those people results, introduce the business, help them help people, and do it again, then you will be successful. Does anybody know what this is called? Anybody? Lay it on me in the chat box. Because we're going to be talking about it in a second.
Yes.
Yes, this is the vital process. They put this out for us. This is how you are successful in this business. And it starts with you. The success in Success Club starts with you helping other people. What are you working toward? What are you personally working toward in your business? Do you want to earn your money back on Shakeology? Help 3 people. Do you want to make an extra $200 a month? Help 5 people. Do you want to go on the free trip next year? Help 3 to 5 people a month. Do you want to go to the party at Summit? Hit Success Club. Do you want to be a Star Diamond coach? Hit Success Club. Do you want to build a team? Hit Success Club. Do you want to hit Diamond? Hit Success Club. Anything that you want in your business is going to revolve around you helping people. That's it. And you think that I'm kidding about this. Does this look familiar to anybody? Has anybody ever seen this before? This is the Diamond Tracker. How many of you on here are shooting for diamond right now? I hope it's on your vision board for the future. Watch this, guys. Watch how that, when you say I'm kidding about Success Club. Okay, let's pull this baby out real quick. Success Club 2, Success Club 4, Success Club 6. Success Club 2, Success Club 4, Success Club 6. Success Club 2, Success Club 4. We'll put this up, that person up here. Success Club 6. Okay, so you can fill your downline in a matter of 3 months by bringing on customers, converting to discount coaches. Okay, great. So then we talked about that chart that I just showed you. So you've gotten these people great results. They want to pay it forward. So what do? You teach them how to hit Success Club. 2, 4, 6. 2, 4, 6. That's it. That's how you hit diamond. That little chart I just showed you is exactly how you hit diamond. By you hitting Success Club. Let me clear all that off there. Oops. I don't know why it's letting me click. Let me get all this. Okay, I think I got it. Okay. So basically to sum all that up, it's the 4 vital behaviors. And I'm not going to sit here and preach to you what these are, but it's being proof the products work. You have to show up every single day. You have to be using our products. You have to be showing people that these products work. You have to be drinking the Shakeology every single day. You need to be reading personal development and really trying to grow yourself as a person every single day. You have to. You have to do this. 3, I put it in blue because it's the most important. You have to be inviting people. You actually have to be in your inbox and having conversations with people. All of this is important, and that's why they call them the vital behaviors. But if you are not speaking to people, then don't expect to hit Success Club. You can't. And you have to recognize people. You have to recognize your challengers. You have to recognize your teammates, your coaches. If you're somebody that doesn't even have a team yet, shout out your teammates. Shout out your fellow coaches. Like, there is nothing wrong with that, but doing these things every single day are how you're going to hit Success Club. Here's the big picture. The big picture overall is your perspective and you have to be proactively thinking about it every single time, every single month. Ask yourself, what is my perspective in relationship with selling a challenge pack? Does it make me nervous? What is it? How do I feel? Then you have to ask yourself, are my business building activities surrounding Success Club? Am I showing up every single day trying to help someone? Am I proactively talking to people? Am I sharing with people? Am I being consistent in doing these every single day, and not just doing these things every single day, but showing them on my social media and talking about them in my inbox? Do you have a weird relationship with selling a challenge pack? Because that's something that you need to address. You are not selling somebody something. You are literally giving them the gift of health. And then you have to ask yourself, and what I do every single day, is it getting me closer to Success Club, or am I kind of staying stagnant? There should always be a funnel of people that you are talking to and connecting to. And you guys, you have to have some sort of a plan every single day. People call this the power hour. We're not supposed to be using that term anymore. So my team calls it the empower hour, so we can empower people. What is that plan each day? What are you doing every single day? Are you doing anything? And here's the thing. What drives me nuts, and some of my coaches try to get away with this, and I don't know if you guys do this, I hope not, but they're like, oh, I did an empower hour today. And meanwhile, they just literally like posted in their challenge groups, and then they post on social media 3 to 5 times. And like, yeah, that took me an hour. No, that is not what an empower hour is. I literally have a 30-minute designated session at the beginning of my day. I go into with a plan every day that I have to get these 4 things done before touching anything else in my business. I have to follow up with people. I have to add to my network. I have to start new conversations, and I have to invite. That is the first 4 things I do when I start my day. I don't touch challenge groups, my team pages. I don't do any of that stuff. Any graphics or PowerPoints, none of that stuff is done until my vital behaviors are done. And I don't even do those. I do those 4 things after I do the other stuff I talked about. Being proof the products work, after I do my workout, after I do my after I drink my Shakeology, and after I fuel my brain with personal development. Your plan might not be like my plan, but there has to be one thing involved that is the same, and that you have to be obsessed with helping people. And you cannot help people if you are not talking to them. It's as simple as that. In order to hit Success Club, you have to be attracting, connecting, and inviting. Are you adding new people to your network every single day? Are you posting about your fitness, your food, your personal development, your team calls, the events, your lifestyle, your business, challenge groups, what you offer, all of this stuff, guys? Screenshot this if you're needing ideas on what to talk about, because here you go. This is it. Are you actually doing this stuff every single day? Are you posting about it so people are intrigued? I will be so blunt with you guys right now. If you are, I'm going to stop sharing because I want to see everybody's faces real quick. How many of you guys are in your first year as a coach? Year one coaches. Okay, awesome. And the reason I wanted to ask that question is because here's the thing, and this is solely my opinion, take it with a grain of salt. Your first year as a coach is entirely about showing people this works. Because here's the thing, guys, people don't get it yet. They're watching you, and they're watching you, but they are not going to say yes to you until they know it works for you. So by you, think of your Facebook page like Target. I would lose my shit if Target was only open 1 or 2 days a week, because I love Target. And you could think about your Facebook in the same way you would think as a business, the business that you love so much. I am not going to be a regular customer at Target if they are wishy-washy. If they're closed one day, they're open the next day. So that is why it is so important that you are posting on social media every single day, because if you're looking for people to follow you, you're looking for people to commit with you, looking for people to do this with you, they need to see that it's working for you. They need to see that it's working for the people that you're working with, for your teammates, things like that. That was just a side note. I wanted to say that really quick. But yeah, you have to be posting about that stuff. Are you talking about what your dreams are, what you're struggling, your fears, your solutions? Are you getting vulnerable on Facebook? Are you talking to the person you used to be? Because that's the thing. People don't get it. People don't relate to all of the good, or people don't relate to all the good stuff you're going through right now. They relate to all the shit you went through before. Believe me, every single time that I sign somebody up, they're literally, I feel like when they're telling me their story and I'm getting to know them, they're literally speaking to who I used to be. We have something in common. And that's because that's the way I post. Are you connecting with the people who are liking and commenting on your stuff? Oh my gosh, guys, that's a free-for-all. If they are liking and commenting on your posts, for the love of all things holy, invite these people. Start a conversation with these people. Every single day, the next morning, again, one of the things on my Empower Hour list is I take 10 minutes to go through my posts from the following day and write down every new name that popped up on those posts so I can start a conversation with them. Every single day. If you have to make sure that you're connecting with them. And that's not like you saying, if you put up a really vulnerable post and all of a sudden they're like, oh, well, and you don't message them and say, hey, join my challenge group. Like if they're just like it, you say, hey, thanks so much for the love on that post yesterday. How have you been? That really means a lot to me that you would support me in that way. That's the way that you do that. It's the way you connect with people. Every single time. And then another thing, I guess, on that same subject is, are you liking and commenting on other people's stuff? Do you see people, guys, there is nothing that, I think this is like the funniest tactic that I do. Like, well, you know when you send out a message to somebody and they don't answer you? And you're like, oh shit, I thought this person was like golden. I will like and comment on their shit for the next like week and a half. Because here's the thing, like they're gonna realize that you're never going away, that you're there for them, that you want to help them. So, and the thing is like when you message people and when you talk to people and you connect with them on their social media feeds, it's creating a thing called Facebook affinity. Facebook is now linking you to that person, and it's Facebook is saying, oh, well, this person wants to see Kelsey's stuff because she liked it, she commented on it, and Kelsey's liking and commenting on her stuff, so I'm going to show her more of Kelsey's stuff. And in the inbox, it's the same way. The moment they message you back, Facebook believes you're connected, and they're going to see more of your stuff. That's why the inbox is so important. Next thing is, are you being predictable as a health and fitness lifestyle coach? Guys, are you like being the carbon copy of all the other coaches out there, or are you being unique? You want to establish yourself as the go-to person in their network. I love when I get a message saying like, I've been watching coaches for so long, but for some reason, like you just kept sticking out to me. That's the kind of person you want to be. You want them to want to work with you. And that is so extremely important. So are you being predictable? Do you have something to offer? Are you sharing something that's different that other coaches are talking about? In order to connect with people, your audience has to know and they have to trust you. They have to know who you are. They need to know who Carolyn is. They need to know who Kelsey is. They need to know who we are as people, or they are not going to trust us. That's why it's not just Beachbody all day long. That's why it's so vitally important that if you're a mom, talk about mom life. Talk about your kids. If you're getting married, talk about your wedding. Share all that stuff. That stuff's what's relatable. If your dog shits on the floor in the morning and you step in it and you're so livid, talk about it. That's what's relatable. I think my best post that I ever had, like other than my wedding pictures and all that stuff, that like went off, is when my husband left a bowl right next to the sink and I posted about it and I was like, I just don't get men. The sink is right there. It got like 300 and something likes and comments because that's the thing. That's relatable. So you want to make sure that they know who you are outside of the fitness world, outside of Beachbody. Who are you when nobody is looking? That's what these people need to know. Posting is the way that you can do this. You have to make sure that you're relatable. So you have to ask yourself, guys, what is your invite process or your plan? What is your plan every single day to make sure that you're getting closer to Success Club? Here's a couple ideas to get you guys going, and I'll share this PowerPoint with you guys so you guys have it. Working from a list, perfecting your challenge group vibe and invites, publicly committing to a program. One of the best, I had my highest Success Club month after I committed 150% to Quarter Force. And I shared every single day of that journey. That's another reason. I literally posted, like I did not cheat, I did not drink, I did nothing. And I got the highest Success Club month that I've ever had because of that. I'm telling you guys, when you commit publicly to a new program, that is going to be a huge, huge thing for you. I've also done 21 Day Fix Extreme where I've posted my pics side by sides every single day. Every single day of the program. I posted day one, the next day was day 1, day 2, day 1, day 3, day 1, day 4. And guys, it was like incredible how many people were into that. I put everything that you want on the other side of fear because it's true. Everything you want is literally on the other side of fear. You have to get over your fears first. And the way you get over your fears is you recognize what's holding you back. Are you scared of inviting? Recognize that, tell your upline that, and she will help you with that. You have to address them first. Inviting friends and people that you know could benefit from coaching, doing the have you ever considered. Hosting an open house, or what is coaching event. Hosting a challenge group with a theme. So I'm actually hosting a Friends themed group, the TV show Friends right now. It's kicking off next week. And the interest has been mind-blowing because that's fun. People want that stuff. They're literally right now taking tests on which Friends character they are, and they're obsessed with it. They're having a blast with it. Find something but you can't just do that because you're like, oh, that's cool. Like, no, you have to find something that's your niche, something that's you and that you're going to relate to. I ran a group called Love Yourself First last month, and it was terrible. It was terrible because I was like, oh, it's February. I'll run a Love Yourself First group. Of course I promote self-love, but that was just not who I'm more of like a fun, like, let's make this like really off the wall, goofy kind of girl. Like, I'm not into like serious stuff. So that was hard for my people because they were like, what's going on in this group? So you have to make sure that it's fitting your niche. Running ads, don't really worry about that right now. Connecting with on Instagram, use your other resources and talk to them. Live video, guys. Live video is what Facebook is pushing out there right now. It's asking you to use live video. So using that stuff, following up with people. There's two sides to this business: fitness, health and fitness, and the coaching opportunity. And then back to our other vital behaviors. Being proof the products work, I talked about this. Showing it when your fitness game is on, your business will be on. So if you ever feel like you're in a lull in your business, or you feel like I just can't hit Success Club, commit to a program 100%. And I'm not saying like commit to a program where it's like, oh, okay, great. Like I'll do Quarter Force right now. I'm saying like do Quarter Force, follow the meal plan to a T, drink your Shakeology every day, and share it every single day. Because people will be interested. The top challenge pack that I still sell to this day is Quarter Force. That's over 21 Day Fix. And it's because people saw me commit to it 100%. The next one, again, personal development. I've talked about these again, but I'm going to go over it one more time. You can only lead as far as you grow, and you will only grow as far as you let yourself. you have to be reading personal development. You have to be listening to personal development. You have to be willing to actually grow. You have to. When it comes to recognition, recognizing your upline, your coaches, the people that are supporting you, your challengers, coaches on the team, people that helped you along the way. All of this is Success Club. If you can do this stuff, if you are literally doing this stuff every single day, pairing it with consistency, that's why I said paired with consistency, because you guys can't just do this once and then expect like fireworks to go off and all of a sudden you're a Success Club legend. You can't. You have to do this every single day. My biggest thing for my team, and I honestly believe is the biggest accomplishment, is when you are a Success Starter, a Success Club All-Star, and a Success Club Legend. Do you guys know what those things are? So for Success Starters, for those of you that said no, Success Starters, or if you hit Success Club in your first 3 months as a coach, that means you're going to sign up for free. That is badass, guys, that you are a brand new coach and you're walking in and you are hitting Success Club in your first 3 months as a coach. There's no cooler thing to me than that. The next one is Success Club All-Star. That's 12 months in a row. You get recognized for that. You get a little thing around your neck at Summit. It's awesome. You get recognized at Summit for that. That is a huge accomplishment. That means that you are consistently helping people for 12 months. And then Legend is 2 years straight. So when you hear people get announced as legends, that is like, honestly, when people say my name next to legend, that is cooler to me than 5-star. I mean, 5-star is pretty cool. But like I'm saying, like knowing that I've had that kind of impact on that many lives, minimum, ever for 2 years straight, that's freaking crazy to me. And you guys, we should be striving as coaches in this team, on your team, in this network. Like, even though you guys are your team, we are a team as Team Beachbody. We are Team Beachbody. And we have to be so excited about what we have to offer. My question for you tonight is, if Carl Deichler called you tomorrow and he said, hey, you know what? We don't want you in Team Beachbody anymore. We're going to cancel your coach account. You can still use our products and all that stuff, but we're not going to let you coach anymore. Would you still use our products if your business was taken away from you? I would. That's the type of belief that I have in what we have. I would pray to God that would never happen to me, because I can't function without this. This is my life now. But at the same time, like, I believe in this so much that I can't help but talk to people about it. I can't help it. I can't help but wear the clothes. I can't help but post on social media about it, to run the groups every single week. I've been doing this for almost 3 years now, and I still get so fired up over upcoming challenge groups, over getting new coaches started, over getting my coaches in Success Club, because that's the thing, is like, we just need to stop overcomplicating this. That's the point. That's the problem with Success Club. And that's honestly, and if I could be speaking out of line, but I'm assuming for those of you who raised your hand and said that it scares you and it's overwhelming for you, that's what the problem is, right? We just overcomplicate it. If you take Success Club off the table, if you take those 2 words off the table, and you focus for the rest of this month, it's March 15th, on helping 1 to 2 people a week feel as good as you do, does the meaning change at all? Instead of saying I need to hit Success Club 5 so I can get this little performance pack. I mean, it should, right? So I just want you guys, what I want to leave you with tonight, and you, obviously I'm here for questions if you have any, but what I want to leave you guys with tonight is, please try to view this in a different way. Don't view it as like, oh, Carolyn says we need to hit Success Club, so we need to hit Success Club. View it as, I came into this business because I wanted to change my life, and I wanted to help others to get the same feeling that I did. When you think about that box, when you thought about that box at the beginning of this call, coming to your doorstep, and the way you felt after you had that first transformation, who are you to withhold that from other people just because you're scared to send them a message? Get over your damn self. People need to hear it. People need to hear it. And here's the thing, guys. I have been a coach for 3 years, and I've never had someone tell me to F off. And I send a lot of invites every day. They either don't answer, which is more common than none, right? But I've never had somebody tell me to screw off. Because and a lot of times it's actually surprising, the people that you're like sitting there sweating and like getting all nuts about because you don't want to send that message and invite, those are the people that are usually the ones that will respond and be like, yeah, tell me more. It's pretty incredible. So think about it in that light. If you guys have not read the book, Get Over Your Damn Self, I highly encourage it. It's a phenomenal book, and it's definitely the one that I'm actually restarting all my new coaches on now, because I feel like that's a great way to launch your business by reading that book. And I've been in it for 3 years, and I've just read it and I'm like obsessed with it. I think it's fantastic. But it's going to help you get over those fears of inviting, because honestly, Success Club, the reason people don't hit Success Club is because they're not doing the work. And I'll be blunt about it. If you're not in, and here's the last thing I promise. I told you I'd talk a lot. For the love of all things holy, if you're going to miss it, at least miss it at 2. If you are sitting at 4 on December, on the last day of the month, for the love of God, sign up a family member. Do not be okay with ending the month at 4. Don't. And I actually put on my Success Club boards that my team knows it's not okay to fall short, because that means you're not doing your job. On my Success Club board, it says Success Club 10, Success Club 5, close but no bananas, is what it says. Close, but you didn't do it. Right? And that might just be how I am, but I just believe that if you actually want to grow, if you're a hobby coach and that doesn't mean anything to you, then don't take any of my advice. But if you're actually trying to do something with this, I highly recommend that you look at Success Club a little differently. So that's what I got for you guys tonight.
Thank you, Kelsey. That was awesome. I hope all of you guys took some notes. I really, really like what you said about looking at it differently. I feel like the fear is a huge thing. And also that book, I'm actually reading it now. I read half of it on the plane. It's great. And I said the exact same thing. I was like, I wish I had this when I was getting started. It's so good. So that's definitely a book that if you haven't read it yet, I would recommend reading it. I actually posted it in the team page a couple days ago, so I'm not sure if any of you had gotten it yet, but definitely go check that out. Do you have any time to take questions if anybody has any?
Yeah.
Okay? All right, cool. Does anyone have any questions for Kelsey? Just unmute yourself and ask. No? Usually we've got quite a few. That's why I asked if they wanted to ask.
It doesn't have to even be about Success Club either. If you have other questions,
yeah, it could be about anything. Sorry. Okay.
All right. So I started about 2 days ago, and I have people reaching out to me wanting to get involved. My main problem is I don't know how to get them to to get on the call with me. You know what I mean? Like I could talk to them, but I don't know how to get them on the call to explain the company and stuff.
Are you talking about coaches or are you talking about challengers?
Both. Yeah, both.
I think you guys do things a little different than we do though. Let me see here. My advice on that. So I guess my question for you is to look into your conversation and see what their actual concerns are. Because a lot of times people are just nervous to get on a call and feel like they're going to be sold something or going to be pressured into anything. So what I would do is go through your conversation with them, not saying that you're doing that, but go through your conversation with these people and be like, okay, kind of scroll through, see what you've said to them, see what, if you can notice any outstanding objections that they might have. But the one thing that I've noticed that has really worked for me is that when I notice people are having trouble committing to something, noticing that they're having trouble moving on to the next step, is I ask this question. And you seem so excited. Do these people seem excited? I guess is the biggest thing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I was like, you seem so excited about this, but I can tell that you're a little on edge. What questions can I answer for you that would help put your mind at ease? And if you ask that question, you'll probably get down to the root of the real issue, where it's like, well, I don't know if I'm going to have the money for this, or I don't know if I'm going to have the time for this. And you can say, girl, that's what we're getting on the phone for. So I can explain that stuff to you. But honestly, then you kind of, if they have those questions right off the bat, you can answer them there. But But yeah, if they're not wanting to move the call to an actual, or move the conversation to a call, like just keep it in Facebook. Just keep going.
Okay.
That way that the conversation doesn't just halt. But find out what their actual objections are, I would say, and then try to address those.
I have a question now.
Yeah.
I feel like our personalities, just by the way you talk and stuff, being super blunt, are similar. And so, like, I wanted to know, when you're explaining an accountability group, I think that's my biggest downfall. Like, I get so scared to talk about it because I don't really know how to explain it. So could you, like, kind of go over, like, what you're saying when you're saying, okay, you have someone on the phone or you have someone saying, okay, but what is it? How do you explain an accountability group?
Good question. So it depends on what my theme is that month. So I always make sure that it's a theme, like I talked to you guys about my friends theme, which is literally like Ross, Rachel, Chandler, Joey, everything, and I'm super pumped about it. So when I talk about them, the way that I would explain it is I'm like, hey, I wish I had my scripts up. I would show you guys. I have everything like written in script form. But people usually, and I don't know if you guys do what this is, they probably go straight to price a lot. And I always try to like get them back off of that. But when I explain what an accountability group is, I said, hey, this is a place for me to help you get the best results possible. You're going to be in there with a bunch of other women who are going for the same things you are. Every day you'll log your workout, you'll log your shake, and I'll be posting different motivation and recipes and accountability posts every single day to make sure that you're staying on track. But don't worry, a lot of it is still going on behind the scenes where you and I will still work one-on-one.
Are you explaining the workouts and shakes prior to the accountability group? Because I kind of talk about the accountability group and then say, okay, and then the way you get into this group is you accept a challenge and then explain the workouts and the shakes.
Yeah. So what I do is when they express it, after I send the initial invite or they express interest to me, and if they did say what is it, I would explain it like that. But then they'll say, how much is it? Typically, or that sounds good, how much is it? And then I'm like, what price is actually going to depend on what program I recommend for you. Do you mind if I ask you a couple questions? And then that's when I usually go into questions with them. And the question part takes me a while. That's usually where I'm asking them like how much time they have and what their eating habits are like if they're working out now. And then we'll transition to that. But yeah, if I usually get that question, when I send the initial invite, they kind of get a feel for what my group is about already, but I'll kind of follow up with that. But then yes, if they say yes, they're interested, I'm like, great, let me ask you a couple questions to make sure that I recommend the best program for you. That's typically how I go about it.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Any other questions?
I have a quick question, if that's all right.
Yeah.
All right. So I have some people that sign up and they don't actually want to do the challenge group. They're just, they're signed up. They're doing the Shakeology. They speak to me through texting or through Facebook, and they're good with that. Say I get my 3 or 4 people, well, let's say 3 to 5 people for the month, and only one person wants to do the challenge group, and I've been promising them that they're going to be in this great group and there's all these people that are going to be helping each other. So how would I keep that challenge group going?
I would pair up with another coach. That would be what I do. I usually, whenever my new coaches come in, they run their first one with me. And then I usually, because they're kind of nervous to run their first one, or they're the same way, they only have 1 or 2 people, I usually pair them up with each other. And I said, okay, hey, Angela and Jesse, I'm going to put you 2 together, and why don't you guys run your next, you guys seem like you're very similar. Why don't you guys pick a theme and do your next group together? So that way, even if you did only have 1 person in there, she might have 3 or 4 and things. I think that would definitely help. Or you can pair up with 2 coaches. But yeah, there's nothing wrong with having a couple coaches in every group. And then as you continue to grow, you'll probably end up branching off on your own because you're going to have those repeat challengers. But at the beginning, definitely pair up with another coach that you feel, or a success partner or something like that you feel like you vibe with pretty well.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I have a question, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Could you talk a little bit more about the way you theme your groups? Like you said that you have like a theme of the month, because most of the time I'm trying to think of like a theme that's health related. But then when you said you had one that was like friends related, I was like, oh, that's really intriguing. And I think that it's kind of a cool idea because people are like, wait, what's that? I want to know more about that. So how do you kind of structure the themes of your groups?
For my themes, I actually made an avatar of myself. And this is going to sound really weird. I sat down and I made an avatar of myself. I put like my picture on this little thing and I said, what does Kelsey like? What does she do for fun? And I just wrote out a bunch of shit that I liked. And friends was one of those things. And that's kind of how I do it. Like who I am, what I'm about, like what I like. And I'm a huge sports person. I love Friends and I love goofy shows like that. I love wine, which we're not talking about right now, so I can't do any groups around that. But I have all these different things. So like I love champagne. So like I would do a group just called like, I can't use the champagne diet, it's an actual book, but something along those lines. Like I look at what I like because I know that my people that are like me will be attracted to those groups. So I think the biggest thing, Caroline, your name's all in one word. The biggest thing is like figuring out what you like and not trying to please everybody, but just trying to please the people like you. Because I knew for a fact that, and I am like mind blown with the people that came out of the woodworks for this group for me. And I'm like, wow, like I never would have expected her to join me on this. People that told me no last month said yes to this group. So I stopped trying to be the kind of girl that was going to try to make everybody happy and just kind of focus on what I like. Because here's the thing, I had a blast making that group. Like I had a blast making the graphics. I had a blast making the email templates. Like I literally sit here and like tonight I was working on getting them because they have different teams based off of the characters. And I'm sitting there putting them in their groups and I'm like laughing out loud. I'm like, oh, she's totally a Ross. Like that's who I am. Like, oh, this is so fun. And you want it to be really fun because like I said, last month I'm like, oh, it's Valentine's Day. So I'm going to do Love Yourself First. And then I see so many people now in March are all doing what? March Forward or like all this like lucky stuff. And I'm like, I'm not going to be the coach that follows what everybody else is doing. I want to be the person that's doing something different. And people are all seeing that stuff on their news feeds right now, but no one is seeing a Friends themed group. So I was like, that's what I like. That's what I'm having fun with. And everything is based around it. And it's been a lot of fun. So that was a long answer for me to tell you to really sit down and figure out what you like, everything, and then just like make groups around that. And you'll find those people that want to be in them.
Cool. That's awesome. Thanks.
Mm-hmm.
Anyone else? I don't know what time it is. I'm in full screen. Oh, okay. We're good.
I have another question.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so how do you talk to people about the shakes? Because I'm always like, it's a superfood shake. It gives me so much energy, all these great things about it. But then people are like, oh, I don't really like shakes. Like, I don't want to do that stuff, which I totally understand because I was totally that person before Beachbody who I was like, I'm not doing powder stuff. Like, that's not me. But now I don't know how to overcome that objection.
Mm-hmm. I never make it seem like it's a possibility for them to get it without it. It's just always part of the package. So the way that I do it is I'll just talk to them and like I normally would, kind of how I just had to transition the conversation. And when it gets to the point where they're like, okay, how much is it? I explain what they're getting and I tell them that they get 30 days worth of Shakeology with it. And if that comes to the point where they're like, well, hey, do I have to get the Shakeology? I'm like, I literally will say these words. Like you guys probably obviously know me by now. I'm like, no, you don't, but I can't guarantee you the same results as somebody that would. And then they'll ask a little more questions. And I basically just say, honestly, it's been a game changer in my life because here's the thing, guys, when it comes to Shakeology, like think about it. I told you I was the girl that went behind my coach's back to not get it either. They already have their opinions about it, but like you just need to you don't need to sit there. You're not in the business of convincing. You're in the business of showing them that it works. So I would just be like, I can't guarantee you the best results possible without you getting it. I literally use these exact words. You wouldn't brush half your teeth and expect the same results as if you brushed your entire mouth, would you? And they're like, no. And I'm like, well, that's why I encourage you getting Shakeology. And hey, it's a 30-day money back guarantee. So at the end of the 30 days, if you're still pissed off and you're like, why did I spend all this money? You can literally send it back. And I don't ever sell anything without Shakeology. No one's ever really questioned it ever since I love, like, they don't think that they can get it separate. I guess is my easiest way of answering that.
Okay.
Sometimes we're scared to like lose the sales. We're like, oh, you can just get the program. But I'd rather them like come back a month later and get the full thing, you know?
And sometimes, sorry to interject, but sometimes if I have samples, I'll say, listen, like I totally know how you feel. What if I send you a sample so you could try it for yourself? And literally every single person has signed up either with Shakeology and has been in my free group with like the free bod, or they signed up for the challenge pack. I had someone that told me no every single month since like June. And then I sent them a sample in September. She thought about it forever. And I just like kept following up with her. And then eventually she's like, all right, I'm in. Like, I just want to do Shakeology. I'm my girlfriend. For $30 more, you can get a whole challenge pack. So I feel like if you have packets to spare, or if you order them, they can see for themselves that they're freaking delicious. And they're going to be like, okay, I'm in.
Good point. You can also charge them like $5 for a sample too. I've done that before. Because I've also given out a few that people didn't even tell me they got them or didn't even thank me that they got them. So just keep that in mind too.
Carolyn, do you have them Venmo you the money or like through PayPal? How do you do that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I had to mail it, so it cost me money. So
That's a good idea.
yeah.
How do you bring that up? Like, hey, I'll let you try one, $5.
Let's say
How do you do that?
tell them I can send you a sample pack for $5, and they say okay. Like,
Okay, cool.
But yeah, I wanted to. I think we don't have any other questions. We have like 2 minutes left, but I know Kelsey's call is in 2 minutes, and I'm on her call. Before you go, I did want to thank you for being here. It was an awesome call. I know that everyone got some golden nuggets out of it. I know we had a lot of questions and we got different perspectives on things, which is awesome. What I want to do really quick is take a picture of this screen like I always do for every call, so make your best face that you want on there. And remember, it's lagged. I don't know. It's like super lagged, you know? But we're used to it. All right. So I'm going to post this in the team page, and I'm going to give you guys some type of homework assignment related to this call, because I always do. But thank you again for being here. I'm going to see you in like 2 minutes on your call. And I hope you guys, whoever is staying for the Diamond Mine call, I'm going to start it. I'm going to speak for 2 minutes and then hop off and then hop on your call. All right? Sound good? Thank you for being here. Bye. All right, 1 second.